24 hours before I open my shop. Never documented that really. I'm gonna throw the GoPro on today and see the 24 hours before I open the shop. Y'all can see kind of, it's always still to the last minute. Even when, you know, we plan, it takes weeks to get the stuff. It takes weeks to clean it. It takes weeks to put the whole thing together. But you would think with a storefront, you have the ability to like be ready at all times. Not the way that we run this place. No, it's just like, it's always still to the last minute because we're putting on events. We're putting on like custom events, you know? Because we're putting on these custom events, each one is special. Each one has new stuff. Each one has to be restaged a different way. Each one has its trials and tribulations in how we get the stuff. Each event is different. So it's always to the last minute. It's always, you know, the Friday of, you know, making sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. I'll take you along on a journey today. Because this is the last event for 2022. This is my last event for the entire year. And then we don't open again. We don't open a store until January, the end of January 2023. So I was so attentive this morning. You're looking real dirty right now, Pico. You're looking like you need a bath, bro. Oh, somebody got a little too much. Somebody, look at this model citizen. Do you know it's shop weekend? It's shop weekend. That's why you're on your best behavior, right? Get out of here, dude. You know you a travieso. This is the number one. Look at him. See, he can't even sit still. He's a troublemaker. Don't be fooled, America. Dude is a troublemaker, but look at him. He's so cute. Look at him. Biggie. He's so cute. Right. Little light snowing in Milwaukee. I don't know why I live here. I really do. I mean, I love my city, but I hate being cold. I hate that. I hate it with a passion. And that alone is like, why do I live here? I could shop every day if I was in somewhere where it was nice and warm. Should I leave Wisconsin? I've been here my whole life. I got one more daughter to graduate. Then I'm seriously gonna consider it. Cause I wanna shop every day. Like, I shop every day now, but I wanna shop every day and be warm while I'm doing it.
Baby says we're at 16 VIPs.
Is that better?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it looks good. And I was like, oh, okay. And it like, I don't know, maybe it was because it was during COVID and it was like, we built a good following during that time, you know? And curbside delivery was one of the things that we were doing. So I don't know. I mean, literally it was.
I think just being like a good human and.
Yeah.
Okay, Pop, I'm gonna clean bathrooms. If you wouldn't mind swapping this one with the one.
Which one?
The glass one upstairs.
Okay.
And then bringing that other one back to the other one.
Okay. You want all these lit up?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get them lit up there.
I'm gonna start cleaning bathrooms because then I can knock that off my list. And then we can price, and then I'll just have to vacuum after that.
Okay. Let me light these up there. I ain't mad at that. Look at that. That looks good on there. Old lamp, new shade. It's got a little design in it. It's a cool lamp now. A lot of times these lamps just need shades. But anytime you can get them and you get the original shade, like something like this, that's definitely always a bonus, but they're few far in between. Another original shade, original shade, original shade. I say they're few far in between, and I got like a bunch up here. But you'll see downstairs a lot of my lamps, you know, we're replacing the shade so that they are marketable. That's one of the last minute things that we do before we gotta open is Make sure every lamp's got a shade. Last minute stuff. Let me check on my patient back here. Let me check on my patient. Let me see how he's doing. Gotta take some pictures. Off for the story. Off for the IG story. I was stuck about an hour into just marketing for the next event, and this is all for Instagram, IG story. This is one of the end of the day, I shouldn't say end of the day, but one of the things I have to do within the last 24 hours of opening the spaces. I gotta show you what's actually gonna be here. So I flood my Instagram story with pictures and video of everything that's in the shop. This is only available for 24 hours for people to see. I kind of time it around the time right before we open to try to create somewhat of a demand to get people that are like watching this all day, watching it last night, watching it first thing in the morning, and they're like, hey, I gotta go get that piece of pottery. I gotta go see what he's got in the shop. This is one of the most important things that I gotta do in that 24 hours. So 1 hour stuck into this, just marketing the Instagram story. Last minute stuff. Coffee table that was refinished. The handle was broken. And handle was broken. So now I'm at Home Depot looking for a replacement handle. And if you know anything about vintage furniture, it's almost impossible to match this stuff up. So if I get lucky, I'll be able to match it up. I need something with a brass finish to it. If I can't find a single straight handle, I may have to put two separate, like smaller, like ball type knob handles. So we'll see what we can find. It potentially could work, but I'm not optimistic on a one piece. Like 4.5. The last minute thing is snowing, so I gotta prepare for it. Let's get some more mats for the back dock and the front door. 24 hours for projects. Which knobs do you think I took? Do you think I took the round ones or the square ones? Drop it in the comments. Which ones would you have picked, and which ones do you think I took? Probably like $199 to $229 each.
Each?
Mm-hmm.
We'll do $199 a piece.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Lane table. $429.
Yes, sir. $199 on the lane and tables.
Each. What else over there that was big? The lawyer bookcase is already done.
Yeah.
How about the below most?
Yeah, you gotta do that, babe, because I'm
Okay.
still writing tickets.
Okay, I'm gonna go around there.
And you can help me start sticking these.
Now the finishing 24 hours before we open. It means you got to take out all the stuff that does not fit into the shop decor. So take all this stuff out of here. This stuff goes over to our warehouse location that I mark it down, try to sell it for cheaper, and get it moved. It's not that it's bad stuff, it just doesn't fit the aesthetic of the shop. And in the last 24 hours before we open, that's part of this deal, is removing anything that does not fit the aesthetic or does not fit into our showroom so that it does not look crowded. again, this isn't bad stuff. This is just part of our last minute process of refining. It's constantly being refined to the point where even to the last day right before we're open, we're taking stuff out or bringing stuff in. It's the bank. I got to get some change. Always got to grab some change the night before. I always try to keep like a lot of singles on hand at home, so I don't have to get as many singles, because that's like the #1 bill that I'm always going to need in the storefront. So I'm at the bank now, my credit union. I don't use big banks. I use credit unions. They seem to be better for small businesses, at least in my time period. I've seen that they seem to be better for small businesses. So if you're trying to decide, I ain't getting paid for this or nothing. So if you're trying to decide, you know, who you want to bank with and you small, you got your LLC, or maybe you don't got your LLC or whatever, or you just a reseller selling on eBay, you know, consider going with a credit union. They got more opportunities for us as small business owners. So I'm gonna get some change, and then I got 2 more stops. I got to stop over at the warehouse, and I got to stop at Home Depot again to grab some stuff that we need for the shop. But other than that, the whole shop is priced. That's all done. It's all swept. It's all vacuumed. I got to go back there and mop and just do a couple little finishing details. I'll click it back on when we get over there. But yeah, 2 more stops. This day rocking and rolling. It's like 2 o'clock. We super far ahead of schedule. This is probably the furthest ahead of schedule we've been, and we actually had 1 week less this time in setting up. So I think we're starting to get more refined, and you'll hear me say refined all the time because I'm constantly refining my process. I'm constantly refining my pick and eye. You know, and it's me and my wife both doing that, refining the process and what it takes to keep our store going and keep inventory coming in at a high enough pace that we can keep it going. So yeah, it's starting to feel like we're dialing in. And somebody car just backfired. We're dialing in to where it needs to be. So I'm digging that. I'm digging that a lot. I'm digging that a whole lot. So file this under stuff I shouldn't be eating, but I ain't ate all day. Some hot stuff chips. 7-Up, cherry 7-Up. And the one I really ain't supposed to be eating, but I need some sugar, the honey bun. The big iced honey bun. I'll get a good dinner tonight, but when I'm in this zone, this 24-hour zone, I just got to get everything off the list first before I can just sit down and have a good meal. I almost broke down and had lunch today, but I had to keep going. Actually, my wife made me keep going, so I ain't get no lunch. So we're seriously less than 24 hours before it's time to open this place up. I'm back here because I got to do one more step, and this is actually my favorite step because I know once I'm doing this, then the space is done. There's nothing else left to do inside the store. It's ready to literally open up. So last step for what needs to be done in the storefront so that it's ready for us to open up tomorrow. The last step is mop. Yes, it is time to mop these floors, because when that step is done, then I know that this space is ready to be open to the public. So I'm about to get my Thurgood on and get the mopping. When I got here, it was sunny. Now it's dark as hell. It ain't late though. It's only like 5:30. Good old Midwest make you feel like it's like midnight or something. So, everything is done here. There's nothing else left for me to do here. We did all our pricing, we did all our cleaning, we did all our last minute touch-ups and repairs. So this space is ready to be opened mañana. I got one more stop. I got 2 more stops actually. And then we're completely done. That's my Friday so far. In the morning, I'm not going back down those stairs again tonight. I've done up and down way too many times. Coming back to Home Depot. So I got the change, got my parts. Well, I was here earlier and I got my parts and I forgot one super key piece and almost just got ran over. Clearly says stop right there. She ain't reading that shit. One key piece. Major piece. First. Snowing in Wisconsin. Last. Only one more stop and then I'm completely ready. This 24 hours be a beast. This one's not too bad though, like I said earlier. We're getting this process down a little bit better. Moving into the new space. Twice the amount of stuff needed to keep it full. Which means twice the amount of work, right? But if you plan it out properly and strategize it, doesn't seem as bad. That's kind of how we try to do things. So we take it bit by bit to break it down so it's not so overwhelming. Otherwise you go crazy, physically and mentally. The last thing I must do in this 24 hours, this little kid just like hit his jacket against my car because he's walking with his dog. Okay, anyways, the last thing I must do in this 24 hours before it's time for me to open up my shop, I said the mopping was my favorite thing, right? But this is actually my favorite. Picking up my daughter from the train station. This is my oldest daughter. I love her so much. She's a senior in Northwestern. That's why you always see me rocking Northwestern stuff. She is the person that handles all my cashier duties at my store. So the shop don't operate properly without her. And I need her here. Like, this is my final piece of the puzzle. Now it's like Voltron. We all form and it comes together. And then it's like, let's go. Let's go. This is my last piece. It's the end of my day.